Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Again, I know it's been a while, but whenever I get the feeling to upload, I act on it. So here we are in another video. Now today I want to talk about Call of Duty and its general direction it's been heading towards. Now I know Season 3 just dropped and I was genuinely excited to play during Season 2. But I always come to like the same conclusion that like the Battle Pass system sucks, right? Like I swear I can't be the only person who thinks this. Because when I first started like noticing this and started coming to this like realization was when after taking a break on Modern Warfare 2019 and getting Black Ops Cold War late, and I was like, well, what if I want an operator who's been in a previous battle pass, So I turned to Reddit, and guess what? There is no possible way to get an operator that's been in a previous battle pass. Now you could argue, they sell the operator skins on the store. Yeah, they do. However, they cost what, $19.99. So you're forced to pay more for a skin that you missed out on because you didn't play during the game's battle pass, right? And even then, you don't even get the base skin for the operator. You get whatever skin you pay for, and that's it. Now I know, it's kind of a weak point of contention because it rewards the players who play consistently and and they can afford to buy these packs. But let me tell you, back in my day, when you paid full price for a video game, you got the whole entire game. I know I've clowned on Activision enough, but there's always something with these greedy sons of bitches. I swear, like I genuinely can't enjoy the full experience of a Call of Duty game until the end of its life cycle, and all the content is in the game after all those updates. I remember seeing a video not too long ago about how Activision has like 10 or so studios working on a single Call of Duty game at a time, and it's ridiculous that they keep putting out unfinished multiplayer content until the end. Call of Duty used to be a trusted franchise where you knew, like, no matter what year you bought it in, that the game was going to be finished, polished, and could offer thousands of hours of playtime up until the end. Not to mention that more and more people are turning to like third-party services such as IW4X and Plutonium to enjoy, the golden age of Call of Duty games like Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2009. I mean, you're currently seeing me play Black Ops 1 and on Plutonium, and it's seriously a really good experience. So it really shows you that Call of Duty gamers are starting to notice, that Activision will do whatever they need to squeeze every single last penny out of consumers. And maybe it's the landscape of gaming that's making them turn to these like live service gaming schemes, but like I genuinely don't know a single other friend that enjoys paying for the little content they put out to keep their modern games alive, SM Squared or SM2, whatever it's called, is like the perfect example of how a Call of Duty game should be made. I'm currently in their Discord, and I couldn't help but notice that the developers actually asked the community for ideas and things they should include in the game. Genuine care for their project as a very strong and unified community, which brings me to another point. The Modern Warfare 2 development team doesn't know what to focus on. I mean, they have 4 different modes, right? Campaign, multiplayer, battle royale, and DMC, which all of them, with the exception of campaign, are like really unpolished. And the community's divided between battle royale and multiplayer. Personally, myself and a lot of friends, grew up on multiplayer. So when battle royale came out with Modern Warfare 2019, we already knew they were trying to, milk the battle royale genre, kind of jump on the wagon. They could squeeze as much money as they could. Clearly the battle royale targets won since the sequel's made now. So looking at this objectively, developers want to retain their veteran audience by prioritizing multiplayer, since it's been its biggest mode since the 2000s, whenever the fuck they started putting out multiplayer, fucking Call of Duty 4, right? But they also want to prioritize battle royale since it's their biggest source of income from the game, right? And the community split, but at the end of the day, they're going to focus on their biggest money-making asset, because it all comes down to money, right? I remember what game it was. I do remember it was a while back. The community banded up and said enough was enough and boycotted a whole game studio. And from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure it didn't work because, when a game studio is so massive that they can pump out garbage content without any repercussion, with the sole intent to fatten their wallets, they're going to do it. So it should really take like a commercial failure worse than like Infinite Warfare to really make a studio think, you know. Even Infinite Warfare was a better built game than Modern Warfare 2 was, because they still stuck to their old model of like 4 DLCs and, you know, a full game. I mean, they literally bundled it together with one of the most faithful and greatest remasters that have ever been made, and the community still thought that Infinite Warfare was one of the biggest failures. Even though now, you know, retrospectively, it's a way better game than these last couple of games that have come out. You know, because of that, you know, I've always favored Treyarch over Infinity Ward. In my opinion, they consistently put out more polished and finished games than Infinity Ward. You know, even Cold War, which was not up to the standard, and movement mechanics that Modern Warfare 2019 set the year prior, you know, it felt more complete than Modern Warfare 2 did. Zombies was a bit of a new formula, which I genuinely enjoyed with the new systems of upgrading and leveling that they implemented. So that's to not say everything new Activision has tried has failed, you know. Cold War was, you know, fun and a new experience that really surprised me when I first tried it. I mean, I literally skipped out a whole year because Vanguard, it was just so bad. It was just genuinely not Call of Duty. It just felt like it was not Call of Duty. And you know, I just kept playing Cold War Zombies and Modern Warfare 2019. So, you know, it goes to show you that a game's substance matters way more over the technological and graphical advancements. I'm just gonna put it there. Because, you know, that's why I say, you know, going back to explore older games and not even just limited to Call of Duty can be a fun experience. You know, some games that are older are better made and better built than some new ones, especially with, you know, kind of the drought that's been going on. And, you know, I feel like I'm just tired of the repetitiveness of getting excited every year for a new game, only for them to release an unfinished mess, which, you know, you have to dump truckloads of money and time to enjoy it to like its fullest, to like really get all the substance from it. You know, my Call of Duty fatigue is, you know, at its peak at this point. When you're forced to pay money for content that should be unlockable with time and effort, you know, it's too much. So, you know, I'm not gonna throw out a bunch of, you know, allegations there or whatever and accuse them of, you know, trying to squeeze money out of people, you know, without a solution. So, you know, how can this be solved, you might be asking. Personally, I haven't given it too much thought because I know it'll never be realized by Activision. But my solution would be to stop or slow down the releases of new games and actually take the time to upgrade their games and, you know, have almost a good standing with the community, build community, right? And, you know, I mean, look at Counter-Strike. I mean, they haven't released a new title since 2012, and now they're releasing a free overhaul to the game since they make so much revenue off cases and operations. So, you know, make a Call of Duty game like Call of Duty Online. You know, include as many modes, events, and update regularly as possible. You know, they could even go back to selling only DLC and still make a profit. But what I'm getting at is that they need to reevaluate the quality of games they're producing and like change it up. I mean, like I said before, they're too comfortable in their ivory tower after defeating Battlefield and Halo. I mean, you guys, I bet half of you guys don't even remember that. You know, like the Call of Duty versus Halo or Call of Duty versus Battlefield rap battles and that little old rivalry that, you know, it's a bygone era. The only other giants at this point I can think of off the top of my head that can even contest Call of Duty anymore are like Fortnite and Counter-Strike. And I don't want to make it come off, you know, the wrong way, but I'm not praying for its downfall. I'm just hoping the devs will see what they're doing is just wrong in the eyes of its players, and, you know, they'll notice and they'll fix what they're doing, because I genuinely love the franchise and I would hate to see myself abandon it in a couple years because of what they're doing. You guys firsthand, you know, been seeing I'm moving away from Modern Warfare 2 and recording videos on other Call of Duty games and other games in general. You know, I already have plans to make videos in Counter-Strike, but since I primarily make, you know, videos on Call of Duty, I'm keeping that going for now because it's easy for me. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. You know, I really appreciate every single viewer that comes across my channel. It really motivates me to keep going and making videos, voicing my opinions on certain topics in my life. You know, I've reorganized my workload to somewhat be easier to make videos and be able to handle stress a lot better. So I've just been on a rampage to get my life back together after I go through a rough patch in my life, you know. So hopefully I'll keep uploading videos, even if I don't, you know, even if I don't have a specific set schedule to follow, because sometimes I just have the urge to make a video or draw or do something creative. Which, speaking of, I have also started writing scripts for my videos, which are over 1,000 words long, and it's crazy to me because in school I could never even write a 500-word essay, and I'm making these scripts in only like one day. So it really goes to show you when you're passionate to do something, you'll accomplish anything, right? Anyways, I'm rambling, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Сел, парень.